Of you. Hi, my name is Charla Hampton, and I work at OTC. I work in the high school programs. I'm the coordinator for high school programs, and we have several different high school programs that are available to our junior and seniors, some that are available to even the sophomores. And I have a handout that is on the main table up front if you'd like to look at those different ones and who participates and who can be involved. But tonight, I would like to showcase the OTC Middle College. Middle College, I always say, is the best kept secret in Springfield because not a lot of folks know that their juniors and seniors can come over to Ozarks Tech and spend all day. Ozarks Tech becomes their high school. We make sure that they have all of their general education requirements for graduation. And then we also allow for them to participate in 14 different programs, as well as an associate's degree program for general education and general transfer. So I'll talk through what we do and who we are, and please feel free to stop me at any time for repeating anything or for questions. So, OTC Middle College is for juniors and seniors. We're a choice program through Springfield Public Schools. So that means that the students can come and anybody in the Springfield Public School District can come pretty much freely. They don't have to do a long process. They don't have to get permission from a counselor or a principal. All they need to do is apply and go through our steps, and they are able to come into the program until we hit our max. Like I said, it is a full day program, and they spend the entire day over at Ozarks Tech. So we become their high school, and then they also are able to participate in college classes. Most of those classes are going to be in our technical education arena. So you're going to have things that vary from diesel technology. So they'll work on actual diesel engines and big engines, farm equipment. Then anything from there up through early childhood. So if someone wants to be a teacher one day or they want to work in education, they can do the early childhood development program. So I'll go through all of the programs that are offered for you just a little bit later. Another huge part of middle college is our paid internships. All of our seniors are available to go through internships in the community. We have partnerships with several different businesses in the area. And so we are able to place students, for example, in our health sciences and medical programs. They go to either Cox or Mercy and they get $15 an hour and they can go into any area in the hospital. We've had students that were in criminal justice that wanted to work with the security guards. They have security at Mercy, so they were able to do that and they were paid to do it. They also receive 4 credit hours for college, so that goes towards their general transfer degree. In addition to that, they get the experience and they get the knowledge of actually working in what they think they want to do with their future. So, and things that they have probably studied in criminal justice. She had been studying that for the first semester. And so then she gets to actually try out some of the techniques with an actual security guard. So it was a lot of fun. Some of the other things that we do is make sure that we get students as close as possible to or achieve an associate's degree. And again, it is a general transfer degree. So if they know that they are going on to get a 4-year degree, a bachelor's degree, this gets them halfway there. So I always say that the first 2 years of your 4-year degree is typically high school on steroids. So you've got college algebra, you've got um, religions, history, all of these things that you took, but you're going to go kind of a little bit further with them. And so we do all of those classes. The teachers that are there are the actual teachers that they would be in class with for post secondary. So after graduation, it's the same teacher that they would have seen during high school. They are. A lot of the courses are. There are a couple that we have some accreditation things and with the objectives, but most of those courses are going to be dual credit. So they'll get a high school credit for the class as well as a college credit. So uh, for that reason, we're able to move students through pretty quickly and we get them done with their high school. And so they have that much more space for additional college classes. And it's free. Almost. There's a $60 annual fee that we ask for, but we have scholarships available. So if a student is not able to pay, it does not stop them from being able to come. Right. So these are some of the pictures of the students. I love the one on the upper right corner because it has our students that are out at the lake during the summer because we don't have PE facilities at our campus. We go around Springfield in the Springfield community and do different things. So we went out to Lake Springfield and kayaked, and I got in a kayak. I did it once. I will never do it again, but the experience was there. It's off my bucket list. Uh, but we do different things around town, and they get a PE credit for that. So they're not at school having to walk around the track, or I'm gonna age myself, climb a rope. Yeah, because I'm old, and we had to climb a rope. I did not climb that rope either. But they get to do fun stuff. So we've been ice skating, we go bowling, we go fishing, we do all types of things around the Springfield community, and it just allows for the students to be active and learn some things. We do a bike riding session for them, so they actually have someone come in and teach them bike rules and the road rules and how to repair the tire on their bike, so they learn some things, and then they get to actually have fun and earn some high school credit. All right, so we are a non-traditional high school for the students, full day again on the college campus. They get to participate in all of the college activities. So we've got Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, they have the OTC Jazz Band, they have theater. So all of these things the students are able to participate in. We like to treat them like college students, so we kind of help to get them to the maturity level that they're going to need when they are out of their parents' house and on a campus like MSU and alone. So we like to teach them how to advocate for themselves. And so by doing these activities and being on the college campus all day, they learn how to mature and start to learn how to take care of themselves a little bit. We also advertise that we have small class sizes. That is a huge deal for our high schools. The kids are in class sizes usually no more than 24, but typically we keep them at 18 and under. So that way they know that they are going to have some one-on-one time and with the teacher. And we have 1 hour and 10-minute class periods. So the teacher will typically lecture for the first 30 to 45 minutes, and then they're working on activity and the assignments that they would have due in homework. So my oldest daughter went through the program and she was like, Mom, I never have homework. And that's part of the reason why, because they lecture and then they work with the students. One of the other reasons she very rarely had homework is because they have supports on campus on the OTC side for the college classes. They have the tutoring and learning center, and they are able to go to the tutoring and learning center if they need some additional help. And it's students that have taken these classes before that can kind of help teach them how they learned it. And so it helps to sometimes hear, you heard your teacher do it, but sometimes it's a little different when it comes from a peer. And so it helps them be able to absorb that knowledge a little bit better. And then every month on one Saturday for 4 hours, our high school teachers are there. We have 5 high school teachers that are provided by Springfield Public Schools, and they are the ones that make sure that they have their graduation requirements. They come on a Saturday for 4 hours and just wait for students that need more help. So if you've got a student that is maybe struggling in math, that would have been me all through high school. I could have come on a Saturday and spent 4 hours with my math teacher so that they could help me understand it more one on one. And if no one else showed up, then I just had my math teacher for 4 hours. And because of that, we have students that may be failing. And if they come on a super Saturday once or twice a month during their semester, they can get to passing because they will go over every assignment with that student or any missing assignments to get them to passing and to make sure that they understand. So the supports are there. Our teachers love doing this. They've asked, surprisingly, to do 2 a month, but we can't do that because we can't pay them anymore. So, but they are willing, and most of them are in their classrooms during lunch times. One of our teachers, our math teacher, likes to game. So the guys that like to game and the gals that like to game will end up in his classroom during lunchtime, and they're playing Xbox. We have another teacher that has the biggest heart I've ever seen, and she will have the students that just need a hug come by to get a hug. And so it's more Family, they know that their teachers know who they are, they know their names. We actually take their pictures on interview day when they come in to learn about the program and put it on a board so that during the school or the summer or the winter months, we learn their faces and their names. So when they arrive, they know that somebody's going to call them by their name. And it's so huge for a lot of these kids that feel like they're lost in the system. All right, so the students that we are looking for are all students. Anyone that is looking for accelerating their high school credits. So if they are looking to graduate early, we can do that for them. We had 7 last year that came in as juniors and graduated in 1 year. They had been on track through their freshman and sophomore years in high school, so they came to us with 12 to 13 credits. We got them 12 credits in 1 year. No other high school can do that. The reason that we're able to do that is because our 16-week program is a full year of programming through their typical high school. So you may spend, for example, a student that starts in August in college algebra or algebra 1, they do that for the entire year in high school. They only do it for 16 weeks with us. And for those 16 weeks, they are able to get the full credit that they would take a year to do in their high schools. So we are able to help students that are looking to get done and move on. We had a student that was looking to go faster because her family had to move away. She was able to join them within 6 months because she was in middle college and we were able to speed her up. Career and technical education are the programs that we have available for students to be in, and that's what's listed here. So, auto body repair, automotive technology, construction, culinary, drafting and design, which is architecture and engineering, diesel technology, early childhood, electrical, electronic media production, which is photography, videography, and sound design. Then there's your general education associate of arts degree. Then there's graphic design, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, industrial technology, medical, networking, and welding. And this semester, we will add plumbing. So the students are able to do plumbing. That is one of our students that did an internship at the zoo. And at the time, we had an animal science program. That program has now moved to our Richwood Valley campus. But yeah, she got to feed the lions. Not doing that either. Mm-mm. All right, so some of the kids are here. This is one of the quotes from them that were able to participate in the programs, and she said it's one of the best decisions that she's made was coming to middle college. Izzy, she told me I could tell this story, came from Central. She had been to Parkview prior to that, and her family moved. At the school, she was doing well, but she had experienced some bullying and had been suicidal. And she came to middle college just expecting to get into the accelerated high school program so that she could get done and be done with high school. Um, she came, she did well in the classes that she was in, but she said what made her love middle college was the fact that she knew that at the time I was the secretary. She could come in the office and she knew that Mama Shar would know her name and her face and give her a hug or give her a ramen noodle if she was hungry. She knew that when she went to Miss Pierce's class, that Miss Pierce was going to work her hard, but she was going to make sure that she understood what she was learning. And then she knew that she could always go to the counselor's office, who is also a licensed therapist. And if she was having an anxious day or if she was having a down day, we weren't concerned with, oh, you're missing science class. We wanted to help talk her down and make sure that she was comfortable before we sent her back out. And then the teacher was there for Saturday school to make sure she earned what she needed. So she said that was the experience that made the most impact for her is that we were there. And so that is the thing that keeps me going to work every day. I love my job because I get to interact with these kids and I see them come in um, shy. All of them go through an interview process, and some of them maybe say 3 words the entire time. And by the end, some of those same kids are doing the speeches at graduation, and it makes your life worthwhile because you see them grow. All right. So, if they are interested, the first thing they should do is talk to their school counselors, especially those that are in the Springfield Public School District. We work very closely with them. And so they will call us and say, hey, I've got a student that wants to come. What do they need to do, or can they still get in? Right now, we are interviewing for the fall. We started on January 6th. We have almost 100 applications that we'll need to get through and interview every last one of them. Y'all see me grabbing the table because I know I'm gonna be tired. Um, but we will get through all of those, and we will have probably a wait list of about 27 kids is what we're looking at right now. And so we'll have some that maybe change their mind and say, oh, it's my last 2 years of high school, I kind of want to go back to high school, and that's fine. We understand wanting to have the full high school experience. um, but we are able to still offer some of that for them because we have activities and clubs. But we get it, they want to stay with their friends and be around the activities that they're used to. So if they fall drop out, then we pull those students from the wait list. So hopefully we'll get as many in there as possible. If not, we will move them into January, because we will have some students that take advantage of the accelerated high school and graduate early. And so then once they graduate, they open up a spot for one of the kids on the wait list. The next step for them would be submitting an application, and then they all would come in for an interview. The interviews are done by myself, our counselor, and our yeah, he'll get mad at me because I never remember his title. Assistant director of high school programs and something else. It's really long. It's unnecessary. But yes, he does the interviews as well. They always make fun of me because my interviews take the longest, but so I'm going to keep doing it. I talk to the babies. I make sure that they know exactly what they're getting into because, again, we move fast. We get a whole year done in 16 weeks. I want them to understand that that's what they're going to come into. But I also explain that the support is there. So if you need the help is there for you. Right. And then just more of the babies. By the way, that top photo is from our senior picture day. We take senior pictures of all of our students for free. So they don't have to worry about that additional expense because I hear it's expensive. I never took senior pictures because, yeah, I don't do pictures. But we have a professional photographer come in from the community, comes to the campus and takes pictures for all of the kids, and they get to own those photos as soon as they're taken. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can do a limited IEP depending on the number of hours that they need, or if they are in a full SPED class, we have to make sure that we can handle that for them. But yeah, we take IEP and 504 students. Yes, indeed. Yes.
For the application process, are there other kinds of things that you guys are looking for or things that may disqualify a student or things that don't qualify a student?
There's not a whole lot that would disqualify a student. Um, I will caution certain students if you don't feel like you are mature enough to handle the freedom, because you are going literally from a locked building, because every high school locks the doors and you locks you in and you don't get to leave, to an open campus where that is not going to happen. There is no bell system. There is, nobody's in the hallway going, okay, let's get to class. We give you your schedule, we show you where the classes are, we introduce you to your teachers, and we expect you to be there when class starts. So if you are not able to handle that much freedom, that would be a caution. Other than that, honestly, if you come to the interview and you talk with us and we can feel like you really understand what the process is, I very rarely turn a student away. Um, what will help a student be able to get in is honestly work hard at what you're doing now. So, your freshman year, your sophomore year, get the classes done. Make sure that you're on time and your attendance is solid, because that's the first level of screening that goes through. Your counselor is going to go, this one has 55% attendance. We're going to go, okay, probably not. You have to make sure that you're going. And that most of the time they won't even send those students because they'll say, yeah, we need to work on some things before you get that to that place. But just work hard at what you're doing now. Get your high school credits out of the way because the more space that you have for college, it is based on that. So if you pass all of your classes, you take some summer classes online, you're able to get in that much better and you get that many more college credits on top.
I don't want to like but
I love questions. Yes.
can they still participate in athletics at their home school?
Of course, yes. Any clubs, any sports. The only thing we have not been able to figure out just yet is orchestra and band because it is a class that they have to take at their home high school and they're with us all day. But everything else, we've had kilties, we've got swimmers from Glendale, we've got Rogersville, a few golf students. Um, Republic, we had some archery students. I didn't even know you could do archery. And well, I couldn't, but they could. Um, yeah, so yeah, they can do all of the part of the clubs and the sporting events, and they still are a student of their home high school. It's still home, and they can go to graduation. So in essence, they get two graduations at the end of their senior year because we have a ceremony for them, and they still can go to the Springfield Public Schools graduation ceremony. And if they finish their certificate or their associate's degree, they can then also go to Ozarks Tech for their graduation. So we've had many students have three graduations by the end of their senior year. So it's pretty nice. Yeah. They send out lots of invitations and get lots of money back. It's a good thing. I tell them, I said, come get the invitations. Even if they can't come, they send money. Yeah. So it's a good thing. So if no one has any other questions, I'll give you, yes. Mhm. Yes, yes. We have our half day program. There are 22 different schools that are able to send. So we've got um, students from Fordland and Marshfield and all the outer line areas. But for middle college, the full day program, it's all five of the Springfield Public Schools. So you've got Central, Parkview, Kickapoo, Glendale, and Hillcrest. And then you also have Logan Rogersville that sends students. Republic, Nixa, Sparta, Everton, and Clever, and we just added Ash Grove. Yes.
Transportation.
Transportation right now for middle college has to be provided by the student. We have been partnering with our half day program for the local schools to be able to, if they can, you can get them to their home school, they can get off of their regular bus and get onto the OTC bus that will bring them over. But with the shortage of bus drivers this past year, we've had a few hiccups and we get them there, but they're getting there like at 8:30, which is kind of cutting into their high school classes. But for the students that need some additional support, we have a middle college van. Our boss wrote a grant, and the grant paid for a van. So we're able to go and pick up students. We also have a partnership with city utilities. So if they can get to a city bus route, we will pay for all of the city bus passes that they need. If they are able to get to school, we also have a partnership with the OTC Foundation. They will provide Uber rides for them if they need them in an emergency. So we have some things that are kind of built in until the hopefully the shortage of bus drivers ends. Yeah. It is an amazing program. There have been so many success stories. We've had students that came to us with three high school credits because they were doing homeschool and found out the homeschool was not accredited. So they ended up with three credits. They were able to not only catch up and graduate with their cohort, they were able to still take some diesel classes at the end of their senior year. So it's amazing. We have lots of students that move on, and we have 13 scholarships if they do not finish with us, that they can come back and go to OTC. And it's only for our high school program students. So we give those out to students not just based on academics, but based on hard work. If they are coming and they are giving it their all, they may have only achieved a B or a C in the class, but they had 100% attendance, and we knew they would be there every day. That's the kind of kiddo that we want to give a scholarship to because we know that they're going to try hard. So it's an amazing program. It's really something to look into for any of your upcoming juniors and seniors. Thanks, guys.